หมดเลย
You know, say hello first, say who you are, and they say it's also a good place to make prayers, you know, for yourself and for your family and for your people. Tobacco is kind of misunderstood, but we got a little bit into these plants, call them plant people and plant nations. So they say this tobacco plant is like the grandfather of all the plants, even the corn, which goes back pretty far. But I hope you probably wouldn't believe that. But say it's like the chief plant, that's like the elder plant spirit, and through that tobacco you can make communication with everything else. So it's very sacred, you know. In fact, they would use tobacco almost like a currency, you know, like money. But so if you had something important you wanted to do, you would offer tobacco to a medicine man and say, would you know, my family member is sick, you know, would you do this, would you heal him? We'd do it with tobacco. That way there's no lying, you cannot misrepresent anything. So they say, like I was saying before, you can't give something to the creator because the creator made everything. But what you can give is yourself. And you can give your mind and your heart, and you can show respect, and you can say, I am here, this is me, you know, your grandson. So we introduce ourselves. So we might pray, we come to a sacred place like this, we might pray for, you know, our families and the world and ourselves. So they always told me, you know, to leave tobacco at these places. So we usually do that first before we do anything else. And, you know, maybe you have something you're trying to do in your life, or maybe you have a relative who's having a hard time, and just like say, through this place is just like an antenna to your God, your creator. It doesn't have to be the word I use for it, you know. Tankashla te wakantanka uchi makata te topa wiokpiata kia tankashla waziata kia tankashla wiohia patia kia tankashla itokata kia tankashla wakata kia ombligleshko kawachakpi oyate makasito nia wanakia Jesus uchi maka mini pejuto maka upila tanka chiche pila uchozani na wokie. Yes, that you overlook our ignorance, you know, here, Najiwaka, you know, spirits of this place, and overlook our missteps and receive the light, you know, of our spirits, each and every one of us here. You know, come to you in a good way with this simple offering, trying to convey a good message, you know, like that in the world, and try to share, you know, truth, beauty, joy, healing, vision, good fortune, good feelings. All the way across the ocean, even, you know, with the people that will be communicating. There's a lot of rattlesnakes around here too, so we want to keep conscious. They like it here for some reason. One time I saw one right here, and there was one right up in there too. Oh yeah, this here is the blue heron, is a fertility symbol, and you know, the big heron, the bird like a crane, and this turtle is a fertility symbol. There's bear clan up at Hopi, actually over on Second Mesa, actually all around. But bear is also like a medicine giver. And they say the original humans, not just in Native America, but all over the world where there were bears, they were kind of considered like our elder brothers that would teach us. So it's a symbol for medicine and healing too. And then here, you know, this looks like a kachina to me, yeah.
Oh yeah.
We call it an eagle kachina. And then this here, did they tell you the word sipapu? Remember the sipapu? The sipapu is a Hopi word that represents the original birth canal of the creation from which all human life came in the beginning, like a creation center. They call it an emergence center. That spiral represents that. You see, it's connected to a man here too. So that represents the original emergence of mankind in the beginning. And then they're making some astronomical markings here because see the crescent moon? And there's 3 stars in a triangle around that. So to me, that's very clearly a very specific point in astronomical time that's being referenced there.
Why do they need to draw this kind of thing?
Why do they need? Why do we have to make paintings, or why do we have to make poems, or why does Beethoven have to make music, or you know? I think there's part of every human people an urgency to express truth and beauty, and also information. So I think in this case, for it.
ในบริเวณป่าของเซโดนาเนี่ยที่คุณคลินต์พาเดินเนี่ยฮะนอกจากจะมีภาพเขียนโบราณแล้วเนี่ยก็ยังมีคล้ายๆกับสถานที่ประกอบพิธีกรรมของอินเดียนแดงอยู่นะครับเขาเรียกกันว่าสเวตลอดจ์โดยที่จะมีรูปทรงครึ่งทรงกลมช่องทางเข้าเนี่ยเล็กมากแต่ว่าเมื่อเราลองมองเข้าไปในนั้นเนี่ยก็จะเห็นว่ามันก็มีพื้นที่ข้างในอยู่พอสมควรสามารถบรรจุคนเข้าไปได้ประมาณ20 คนครับแล้วก็คนก็จะเข้าไปทำพิธีกรรมในนั้นโดยที่มีการที่เอาหินเผาไฟแล้วก็พอหินไปอยู่ในนั้นเนี่ยก็จะเรืองแสงขึ้นมา
When these rocks are heated up, they'll become like red, glowing, bright hot. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, actually. One of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Then we put a little cedar. We burn like a cedar on each one, and it smells good. And then the door closes, and we sing the prayer songs. Basically, is a symbol of that original place. We use these elements and the spirit of these rocks and the fire. We take that prayer to the beginning of creation. We feel like that's like the first mother, you know, like you're in your mother's body still, so that you have a chance to be reborn. We're water, we're earth, our bones are like stones, minerals, breath. That's what all the elements we use in this ceremony are those. So when we sit in the lodge, all these elements are used in a very prayerful, special way. The body receives this balancing almost like a tune-up. So through mostly through these stones too, and the energy that they hold, because they hold the fire and the water goes on them. Have you ever heard the word alchemy? Alchemy? It's like alchemy. It's like a balancing of the elements to make transformation within ourselves, I would call it. So through these elements, they're powerful. So our body responds to them, our mind responds to them, our spirit responds, so that they bring us back into balance that way. We don't even know how old this ceremony is. This could go back tens of thousands of years, really. We don't know. They say this is probably the first ceremony on, you know, like a spiritual way in North America that there ever was.
พอช่วงบ่ายแล้วก็มาหลบร้อนกันที่ริมลำธารศักดิ์สิทธิ์นะฮะที่เขาเชื่อกันว่าใช้รักษาโรคต่างๆได้ผมก็นั่งทบทวนสิ่งที่คลินต์พูดเมื่อเช้านี้มีประเด็นหนึ่งที่น่าสนใจก็คือเรามักจะได้ยินกันว่าเราต้องอนุรักษ์พืชสัตว์ต่างๆเพราะสิ่งมีชีวิตเหล่านี้มีความสำคัญต่อระบบนิเวศแต่ผมแทบไม่เคยได้ยินใครรวมเอาก้อนหินพื้นดินภูเขาหรือท้องฟ้าเป็นส่วนหนึ่งของความสัมพันธ์เหล่านี้เลยแนวคิดของอินเดียนแดงที่เรียกสิ่งต่างๆเป็นชาวหินชาวเมฆชาวท้องฟ้าชาวแม่น้ำนอกจากจะทำให้รู้สึกว่าสิ่งเหล่านี้มีชีวิตจิตใจแล้วก็ใกล้ชิดกับเราอย่างที่ไม่เคยรู้สึกมาก่อนแล้วเนี่ยก็ยังทำให้พรมแดนระหว่างสิ่งมีชีวิตกับสิ่งไม่มีชีวิตที่เคยปรากฏชัดเจนดูคลาดเลือนลงไปขณะที่ความเป็นหนึ่งเดียวกันปรากฏขึ้นแทนที่ทั้งหมดนี้ทำให้นึกถึงอีกคำที่ท่านติชนัทฮันมักใช้อธิบายธรรมชาติของสรรพสิ่งอยู่เสมอๆนั่นก็คือคำว่า interbeing ที่ลูกศิษย์ของท่านมักแปลเป็นไทยว่าเป็นดั่งกันและกัน
It's not possible to be alone, to be by yourself. You need other people in order to be. You need other beings in order to be. Not only you need father, mother, but also uncle, brother, sister, society. But you also need sunshine, river, air, trees, birds, elephants, and so on. So it is impossible to be by yourself alone. You have to interbe with everyone and everything else. And therefore, to be means to interbe. Man is made of non-man elements. To protect non-man elements is to protect man. To protect man is to protect the non-man elements. That's what I learned from my practice.
ถ้าเข้าใจว่าตัวเราที่แท้จริงแล้วเนี่ยก็คือองค์ประกอบของสิ่งต่างๆในธรรมชาติมารวมตัวกันก็อาจจะมองได้ว่าจริงๆแล้วสิ่งที่เราคิดว่าเป็นตัวเรา